Good morning, class 10. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing fine and good and taking care of yourselves, physical activities, eating properly, sleeping properly, enjoying every moment of your life. It will not come back. If you have done nothing in these past 4 months, you have wasted it. Studies won't take you anywhere. Studying, eating, playing, studying, eating, playing, studying, eating, playing, sleeping, studying, playing, jumping, studying, playing, studying, eating, playing. It will take you further. Just do it vice versa. Eating, death. Eating, pasta, eating roll, eating all these, eating, going on. Nearest hospital or ambulance at home. Studying, again ambulance at home. This time not to the hospital, this time to the mental hospital. Yeah, you get mad. Playing. Again ambulance will come. Psychiatric. This time not hospital, direct psychiatric's office. You need a psychic doctor to tell you what's happening. Or whole day you'll be saying PUBG, Free Fire. You want to eat? Yes, I'll eat Free Fire today. Gosh, oh my god, so gross. Gross. Oh my god. Anyways, so let's come back to SSC. We were on that farming part. So, let's start. Methods based on the Indian farmer. It's one of the oldest economy activity in our country. Okay. Different regions have different methods of farming. However, all these methods have significantly evolved over the years with changes in weather and climatic conditions, technological innovations, social cultural practices. Farming methods uh, have been in India, and it can be classified in many things. I'm just repeating again. Primitive subsistence farming. This is a primitive farming method, and farmers will still practice it in some parts of the country. While this type of subsistence farming is particularly or typically done in small areas of land, it also uses indigenous tools like the hoe, dhow, digging sticks. Usually, a family or the local community of Indian farmers are engaged in this farming method, which use the output for their own consumption. There is most natural method where the growth of crops depend on rain, heat, fertility of the soil and other environmental conditions. Correct. The key to this farming technique is the slash burn method. In this practice, one of the crops are grown, harvested. The farmers burn the land. Then they move to a clear pitch of land for a new batch of cultivation. So that land which was burnt, the residue of that harvest which was there, the harvest has gone, the residue plants of crop which was there, just got burnt. It helps the land to gain back its fertility naturally. Because no fertilizers are used for cultivation, the primitive subsistence method yields good quality crops and also retains the properties of the soil. Different farming methods also, we said jhuming in the northeastern states of Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Pamlau, district of Manipur, Bastar district of Chhattisgarh, and in the Andaman Nicobar Islands. Bivar or Dahiya in Madhya Pradesh, Podu or Penda in Andhra Pradesh, Pammadabi or Koman or Bringa in Odisha, Kumari in the Western Ghats, Valre or Valtre in southeastern Rajasthan, Kuruwa in Jharkhand, Khil in the Himalayan region. Now, crops grown with this primitive method are bananas, cassava, rice, maize, and millet. Intensive subsistence farming. This is yet another variation of subsistence farming. In this method, cultivation happens across a larger areas of land and thus it is labor intensive. High quantity of produce, chemical fertilizers and different irrigation methods are used to yield more crops. Intensive subsistence farming yields two types of crops, wet and dry. Wet crops include paddy, the dry ones vary from wheat, maize, millets, sorghum, soyabeans, tubers and vegetables. Paddy is rice. Commercial farming. This type of farming is what contributes to the country's economy with a huge volume of yield. Yield means return or the grown up, which comes out. In fact, the crops grow commercially in India were used and are used as an export item across the world. We are having India Gate rice here, but a much more better quality than that is going out. We won't pay that cost. We'll say, we are in India, why are we paying this? People outside will pay because that finishing is there. A diamond if you buy from De Beers and a diamond if you buy from a local shop where it says diamonds are available, difference will be there. The cut, the shine, the edge, the percentage of the diamond will vary. A diamond which is used to cut glass, if you put that on the ring, it will work as a diamond, but that show won't come. That diamond and this diamond is the same. The diamonds, all diamonds cut glass, if you chew it, you die. Comes from carbon. As long as it's in the carbon, you say it's coal. That's why coal is called the black diamond. It comes out from there only. You have to have that eyes to see that diamond. When it gets polished, it becomes a diamond. Thrown on the road, it's of no use. Just like that. This farming method, the Indian farmer uses high amount of fertilizers, pesticides and insecticides to enhance, keep the quality also right and maintain the growth of the crops. Depending upon again the best suited to the respective weather and soil. Commercial farming in India varies across different regions because we have this varied climate. Haryana, Punjab and West Bengal grow rice commercially, while it is a subsistence crop in Odisha. Major crops grown commercially in India are wheat, pulses, millets, maize and other grains, vegetables and fruits. If you ever see a fruit truck or a fruit transporter coming, you will go mad if you see them on the highway. The fruits can't get spoiled. They have to reach the market in the morning at 3 o'clock at any cost from wherever they are coming. Fruits get spoiled. According to the timing, that value of that fruit is there in the market. It's not according to the availability, it's according to the coming into the market. Fruits will not come in the, it comes also in the train, the fruits which can retain some more days. But some fruits come by road. The drivers are paid a bakshish, extra money, incentive, 10,000, 20,000, 15,000 for bringing in the trucks in time. And they are like rogues on the road. They are like mad people. They drive. Whole night they'll drive. They'll not stop anywhere. Once they leave, they'll go to the destination and deliver. In Calcutta, in Kolkata, it's just massive to see these fruit trucks coming in at 2 o'clock in the night, 1:30 in the night, because in the Calcutta from 6 o'clock in the morning, you're not allowed, load vehicles cannot come into the city. And you have to stand there. So before that timing, they have to come, unload and go out. If you get late by 6 o'clock, then what happens again at night, 10 o'clock, you will be allowed to go out. Till then, your vehicle will stay inside the city, in that parking lot. So you must have experiences about all this. You must know why is India so much great in it. I'll come back.